NFL strength of schedule for all 32 teams revealed ahead of 2025 schedule release. The road to Super Bowl 60 just got a little clearer and a whole lot more brutal for some. The NFL has just unveiled the strength of schedule for all 32 teams heading into the 2025 season, and for some franchises, it's a glimpse into a gauntlet. For others, it's a golden opportunity. While we await the full schedule drop, this key metric, based on 2024 opponents' win percentages, offers a first look at just how treacherous or forgiving each team's path might be. Let's get this out of the way. It's not looking pretty for Big Blue. The New York Giants, tied for the worst record in the league last season at 3-14, now face what appears to be the NFL's most punishing schedule. Based on their opponent's 2024 winning percentage, the Giants lead the league in difficulty at .574. Let that sink in. A team already buried at the bottom in 2024 is now staring down a schedule where, on average, their opponents had nearly 10 wins last year. That's not a mountain, it's Everest. Following closely behind in the pain rankings, the Chicago Bears and Detroit Lions, both clocking in at .571. The entire NFC North is apparently on a warpath, and the Giants, along with their NFC East comrades, are right in the crosshairs. Why is it so rough for New York? The answer lies in the unfortunate intersection of two powerhouse divisions. This season, the NFC East draws the NFC North, home to three teams that finished with 11 or more wins in 2024. That includes the resurgent Lions, a tough-as-nails Packers squad, and a Vikings team still grinding opponents into dust with a bruising defense and high-octane offense. Not to mention the Bears, who may finally have found their footing. But that's just half the story, because if battling a bruising NFC North wasn't enough, the NFC East also lines up against the AFC West, another division that sent three teams to the playoffs last season. That's right. The Giants get to dance with the likes of Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, Justin Herbert's Chargers, and a Denver Broncos team that quietly clawed its way into postseason relevance. Even the Raiders, unpredictable as ever, aren't the easy win they used to be. And all of this happens while head coach Brian Daboll and general manager Joe Schoen try to hold onto their jobs. The heat is on and the thermometer just broke. New York's brass is in survival mode, and the schedule did them no favors. No reprieve, no grace period. Just pressure. Of course, it's important to remember, strength of schedule isn't gospel. It doesn't factor in off-season growth. It doesn't know if a rookie quarterback is about to break out or if an aging defense is due for a collapse. It doesn't see trades, injuries, or locker rooms dynamics. It's a snapshot in the rearview mirror, not a crystal ball. But even so, it's hard to ignore the imbalance. Flip the script, and you'll find the San Francisco 49ers sitting pretty. Their strength of schedule, a league low .415, that's not just the lowest for 2025, is one of the softest slates in recent memory. The Niners, fresh off another deep playoff run, are poised for a potentially dominant regular season if they can stay healthy. It's the kind of schedule that opens the door to home field advantage and a clear path to another NFC championship game. Of course, San Francisco isn't alone in the comfy zone. Other teams benefiting from the quirks of NFL scheduling include the Atlanta Falcons, Indianapolis Colts, and Carolina Panthers, each facing opponents that struggled mightily in 2024. For these teams, especially the Colts and Falcons who are hovering around to playoff contention, this is the kind of break that could push them over the edge. But let's not pretend strength of schedule tells the whole story. Flashback to this time last year, and the AFC North looked like an insurmountable hill. Every team had a winning record in 2023, and the division appeared poised to dominate again. Fast forward to the end of 2024, and things fell apart. The Cleveland Browns stumbled to a shocking 3-14 finish, dragging down the division's reputation and leaving those strength of schedule projections in the dust. The same pattern played out with the AFC South. The Houston Texans, riding the wave of C.J. Stroud's emergence, got a gift in the form of a collapsing Jaguars team and a Titans squad that couldn't get out of its own way. Their tough schedule morphed into a series of get-right games. Even outside the division, opponents like the Cowboys and Jets didn't bring the heat they were expected to. So, yes, strength of schedule is a flawed science. A helpful data point, but not a destiny. Still, when you see teams like the Giants, Bears, and Lions topping the difficulty charts, it's hard not to draw conclusions. It could be a brutal year for Brian Dabble and company. With a roster still in flux and questions swirling around the quarterback position, it's going